Hi, this is Dr. Ritu Dewan, Principal, Dayavati Modi Academy, Modipuram, Meerut. I'm here to talk about the new normal. The new normal in education and how technology is revolutionizing the education today. Corona is here to stay, and we all know it. We are waiting for a vaccine, or we're waiting for herd immunity, or we do not know what we are waiting for. But we need to get our lives on track. We need to start the new normal life. And this is the first thing that we need to tell our children. But as adults, we need to accept it first, that what was the past needs a slight deviation, a change in the lifestyle. Yes, education was imparted in the schools and in the classrooms. But that is not the only way it can be imparted. We can see now how much effort is going into bringing the education at home, while the child is in your custody at home, very safe and sound. You need to support the child as adults, and we need to teach the children that everything doesn't remain same. Change is the only constant, and life can change any minute. And this is the best lesson our children can learn. And this education is very, very important. Let us give them a corner in our home. Let us sit by them. Let us help them with gadgets. Yes, they are gadget friendly already. But what's important is how to give a gadget for the right reason now. Education is reaching your doorstep. Teachers are entering your study rooms. They are coming through technology. Yes, and the children are learning. Children are not only learning academics, children are not only quantifying what they're learning, but the quality teaching is coming into your home. You need to welcome it with open arms. You need to appreciate the teacher. You need to tell the teacher that thank you for saving 1 year of my child. Thank you for actually filling up any gaps that were there in the learning of my child. And thank you for keeping my little one engaged so that he feels life is normal and he feels that he can see his friends through technology. He can feel the bonding with the school and with the teacher. Parents need to be educated first because they need to teach the net etiquette to the child. Monitoring, supervising, very important things that need to be taught. And monitoring and supervising can be done by any parent, either parent or by an elder sibling. We need to tell the child that written work is important and he should sit in a disciplined manner with a notebook and a pen and be ready to learn. Self-learning, independent learning, anywhere, anytime learning at one's pace, all are readily available, just a click away. Isn't that wonderful? How has it happened? It has happened because teachers have taken it up as a responsibility, as a challenge, and overnight they have learned technology, they are undergoing trainings, they are exploring the content, creating their online content, reaching the children, not only teaching them, assessing them, evaluating them, giving them personal time for doubt clarification, and above everything else, they are taking away the stress from the child by being with the child in this crucial moment. We can't be appreciative enough of this wonderful gesture of teachers. At the same time, when we talk about schools are gearing up for the change. The schools are getting ready because now it is announced that the senior schools would open from 1st of September. Schools are creating an environment where the child would be very safe. Social distancing is going to be followed. How it is going to be followed, how the timetable is going to work, all this is being done by the school. Well, allow me to take you through this presentation which talks about how DMA has reached the children's homes and teachers are touching the hearts of their children with their wonderful activities and classes, the online learning at DMA during Corona period.
The topic that I have taken today is teaching methodology used at DMA during this pandemic period. I'm going to talk about the methodologies used at DMA during this unfortunate, unforeseen pandemic lockdown. Like all of you, when the shock hit me in the middle of the night that there would be no school the next day, I felt completely paralyzed with no clue as to how we shall function. Well, we quickly recovered, realizing the huge responsibility that has come down upon us. We realized that we had to handhold parents and children both to ensure that they don't get engulfed in isolation, stress, and depression. Neither the infrastructure nor the teachers were ready for this new role thrust upon us. We began to explore various online learning programs, started online teaching trainings, and developing content for online education. Whatever little achievements we made, I'm here to share with you all the journey, as I believe that we shall all grow manifold in these times today if we hold hands. We may not have perfected our techniques, but I can say with confidence that while we are shaking hands with technology for the first time in a big way, we still do not forget to fuel the hearts of our children and maintain the magic of the teacher in the class. Initially, we began our classes by sending notes, assignments, learning videos, worksheets, assignments through parent portals, broadcast groups, and class WhatsApp groups. This began as early as 21st March 2020. Meanwhile, an in-house online learning program, Guru, was being created and tested. Meetings were being held on various online platforms, learning management systems to compare the features. Teachers' trainings and student demos were also being held. The timely commencement and launching of our in-house online learning platform on 15th April 2020 saved the situation. My IT team has been putting great hard work and working 24/7 to make this platform quite comprehensive. The teachers started content development and content enhancement. Now we have become fully equipped with our learning portal, which is an e-portal with a complete range of class-wise, subject-wise, topic-wise, e-books, audio lectures, live classes, notes, assignments, online quizzes, mind maps, student attendance system, recorded videos for anytime, anywhere learning. Parents and students' response has been very encouraging, and therefore we have been improvising every day with the suggestions that flowed in. www.guru.modischools.in Username and password are shared with students for this portal, and this unique platform is available 24/7 whenever the student has the mood and wishes to go back to revise his lesson. He just has to log in, open his class, the subject he wishes to study, and the topic, and everything is available right from the video lesson to the assignments that he wishes to attempt. This is a platform which has a complete evaluation section where the students' learning can be tested and a detailed report can be generated and shared with the parents. So the first requirement that occurred was creating an exclusive study corner in the homes, both for teachers and for students, because live classes could be entertained only when there was no disturbance. All subject teachers are in touch with students for clarification of doubts which happen during the class hours and are not resolved in the 10 minutes interaction time. They have their separate WhatsApp groups and they are available for students from 5 to 6 in the evening, and a lot of sharing happens in this 1 hour. We have been able to reach 95 to 97% of students with the help of this platform. There have been problems, technical issues, timetable glitches, but as they say, where there's a will, there's a way. Let me walk you through a typical class of the secondary section. Monday to Friday, classes are held. Blended and flip learning is the mode. An online class platform used is Zoom or WebEx Cisco. The class begins with prayer, Om and Gayatri Mantra, and while the teacher has a chit-chat with students over video, the attendance is taken. The scanned chapter is already available with the student for pre-reading. So it starts with introductory questions and brainstorming. The teacher uses PPTs, touch-enabled writing pads, YouTube videos, explanation with the help of a simple whiteboard and a marker, and also shares the screen for mini notes which are in bullet points. Audio-video presentations are used as and where required for strengthening the concepts. Great interaction happens between the teacher and the students in the last 15 minutes, and all queries are entertained. A quick recap is done, and assignments are given to the students, which include MCQs, hot questions, short answer and long answer questions, and evening time interaction is also ascertained. Yes, the class ends with interaction between the students, in fact amongst the students, because they feel lonely and they do want to see each other and say hi to each other. This is a great time when they are able to talk to each other and share their feelings. Now let me tell you about the pre-primary and the primary classes. These children are too young to connect on an online platform. Therefore, the first task at hand was to put down the learning objectives and conduct classes in an activity-based mode in order to provide wholesome education. Recreating familiarity and establishing comfort was the first need to strengthen online bonding with these children as well as their parents. In order to minimize the learning gap, active engagement on daily basis started. In order to eliminate loneliness and stress, social interaction was imperative, and when children saw their friends and heard their voices and their cheerful smiles stirred even our emotions. Children are very inquisitive and are constantly asking questions, and when they found a platform and patient listeners who were answering their queries, they got encouraged, and this was a sure sign that we were on the right track. The classes brought back the routine and the discipline in their lives. Digi kids as they already are, now they found direction. They were handling gadgets already, but now the mindless viewing was replaced with mindful watching. The activities we use are designed to educate the whole child. I'm sharing a slide where you can see the activities which develop the child holistically, and I would also like to describe a few of them. There are no blanket solutions. Each problem these days needs to be dealt with differently because these are difficult times. We initially began with very simple activities like learning how to wash hands. The teacher would start her video with washing hands, and the parent and the little one would copy her. She would sing a song and the child would sing a song along with her, and she would snap her fingers to let the child know that the tap needs to be closed while we are rubbing soap. Once she indicates, the tap is once again switched on and the water flows, and the child would wash his hands looking at the teacher in the video. It not only built good habits of saving water, it also gave a cue to the child, follow the teacher. We were looking not only for good habits, we were also looking for cues so the young one knew how he needed to learn in these trying and testing times. Yet other interesting activities like sorting and patterning or sing and float, they can be done at home along with parents. Mother can give the clothes to the child to sort out the white clothes to be going first into the washing machine. Or maybe she gives the dals mixed with rajma and the child is asked to sort out rajma from the mixture. Sing and float activity can be done in the washroom, where the child is given some objects to put in the tub of water, and then the concept of sink and float can be taught very easily. This is a practical way of teaching the concepts and building the personality in a holistic manner. Allow me to describe one more activity which is very interesting. This is called Dad and Superhero. Dad and Superhero would go into the garden or the lawn to catch a bug, a beetle, a caterpillar, or even an ant in the bug box. This bug box shows the enlarged version of the beetle, and both of them would go back to the study table and sketch the bug, color it, name its parts, and after this activity, both would go down the same path to the same location and gently release the bug on the same spot, saying thank you to it for contributing in their learning. Other such activities were done in plenty. This erased all gap between the teacher, the student, and the parent, and a bonding developed. Now a little more complex activities with fixed learning outcomes were introduced, and children learned to interact with the teacher, and they did become independent learners along with their friends. Now the worksheets were also introduced because writing practice was not happening for a long time. Each activity is followed by a participation motivational certificate, and this encouraged in building good attendance. Parents would also look forward to the class because they were also involved in some activity or the other. A typical day again looked like bonding time, discussion time on how the day is, attendance, story time, activity time, along with discussion on learning outcomes with the parents, worksheet assessment and sharing. Again, there would be assessment, course completion certificate would be given after each assessment. We minimized the screen time for these young children to only 70 to 80 minutes. And this was also done that most of the activity was done indoors and at least 20 minutes activity would be held outdoors. For physical exercise, we began with small yoga exercises, and we also introduced skipping. Children enjoyed skipping with parents holding the skipping rope on either end. Bedtime story was also shared, which the parents' duty was either parent would take the child to put the child to bed with a bedtime story and discuss what the character looked like, felt like, and if the child was the main character, would he have reacted in the same manner? The discussion builds not only values, but this also builds bonding between parents and children, and at the same time, some understanding of how life can have the twists and turns as the characters in the stories. Yes, we remember to give breaks in between when the children are learning. There are cues like lock your hands, blink your eyes, take a sip of water now, stand up and stretch, say hi to a friend with his name, or twiddle your thumbs, or look at the stars and blink your eyes. Some cues like these, they are stress busters, and the children's attention, which is focused, is slightly distracted so that they can come back and focus on the learning. In our Monday to Friday classes, every day we conduct about 460 classes. Saturdays should have a different routine. We thought about it and we started Saturdays with a difference. We have a lot of activities planned on Saturdays, ranging from yoga, aerobics, self-defense training, guided meditation, talk shows, group discussion, cooking and grooming ideas, coding, music, dance, ikebana, bonsai, best out of waste, and science classes, which include practicals for classes 11 and 12. I also wanted to talk about assessments today, but due to the paucity of time, you can see the slide how we are doing informal and formal assessments. Our question papers are linked and they are given 10 minutes before the start time. Teachers are very conscious about preparing the question papers. We have a lot of MCQs, long answer, short answer, and very short answer questions. The question paper link is given 10 minutes before the start time, and all questions are to be answered within the stipulated time. Children who are not able to type are given an option to write down the answers and click a photograph and upload. This is a very safe system, and this assessment is important because children, whatever they have learned, is being assessed periodically. We've had one assessment program done in May, and the second one is planned for August. Well, let me sum up the methodologies used for e-learning at DMA. We started with bonding and connecting with students, and then a lot of things started happening simultaneously. YouTube video lessons, WhatsApp groups were formed, WhatsApp group calls and broadcast groups, private YouTube channels, links were shared on the YouTube, and all the links were shared with the children for anytime, anywhere learning. Zoom and WebEx are the platforms that we are using. Online trainings and career counseling links are being shared, and a lot of counseling is happening for the students who have passed out class 12. We've also started TED Talks. TV programs like Discovery of India and Satyamev Jayate are shown on Saturdays, and brainstorming and discussions follow. Audio and video links are there for science concepts, and a lot of innovations are happening. One of our children, Shrey, has invented one particular gadget which is capable of moving with a remote to all the rooms and sanitize everything that is there in the room. And this project has been particularly liked by MHRD, and there is an interview that he has appeared in, and I'm sure such gadgets and such explorations are being done by many other kids, and they're sharing these with us on a regular basis. Special days, celebrations are being held. Janmashtami, Rakhi, all these are being celebrated. These are festivals which are bringing cheer, and children are able to share their photographs, they are able to share the sweets that they are preparing with the recipes given on a video link by the home science teacher. So all this is happening online, but yes, we are a connected, a huge chain, a family which celebrates together. We've also collected a repository of lessons, assignments, notes, AV links on our platform, and our children can learn at their own pace by revisiting the platform again and again. Live classes are also happening for yoga and other life skill activities. There are Skype sessions which are held by our Maple Bear team from Canada. They connect with the parents with a lot of parenting tips on how to cope with today's scenario and how to look after the children's needs, and parents are very happy. And we have a lot of testimonials collected from Parents are giving us a lot of feedback, positive as well as corrective, and we are looking into everything and trying to make the best version of our e-learning at DMA. Documentation is a very, very big part, because we are not only analyzing the quantity of what we are doing, we are also getting into the quality and upgrading the quality. Yes, we do keep the attendance and we do keep the syllabus in account, how many chapters have been completed, how many questions have been done, how many MCQs have been done, are they attempted by the students, and are they corrected by the teachers. This is the quantity management. But we are also looking into the quality of the lessons being delivered, and the lessons are attended by the heads of departments. Suggestions and feedbacks are given to the teachers on improvement of their online classes, and every time and each time we are finding improvement. And this is how our journey is, yes, going ahead, but I'm sure we have come a long way and we have a long way to go, because we do need to reach out to each and every child of our school. They are our family, they are our responsibility, and I'm sure we would be able to hold their hand and carry them through this difficult time with our e-learning and with our love. Thank you.